Tommy, I want to bring in you here because Richard Curtis, who wrote Love Actually and Notting Hill and all these great cheesy films, which I love, by the way, he's come out and said he was stupid and wrong for doing fat jokes, right, in some of these films. And it's because his daughter is clearly pretty woke, Scarlett. She said to me, you could never use the word fat again. In my generation, calling someone chubby was funny. Like in Love Actually, there were jokes about that. They're not funny anymore. Now, I'm not exactly size 0. And I've had a lot of female panelists, co-hosts over the years do little chubby jokes. And you know what it makes me do? A, I laugh. And B, I go to the gym. It has a double beneficial effect on my well-being and health. Tommy, are we getting just ridiculously oversensitive? Should we not just be able to still laugh about people if they're chubby?
Yeah, there are far worse things to be called than fat or chubby, but I'm actually far more concerned about the glorification of obesity, certainly something that we do here in the United States a lot. We look at Lizzo as some kind of an icon because she is grossly overweight.
Yeah.
So when we're talking about hurting people's feelings, that's one thing. When you talk about encouraging unhealthy lifestyles and diabetes, that's quite the other. So, you know, fat, chubby, it does make people feel nice, but when you glorify obesity, that's actually putting people in real danger.
You know,
so
I wrote a column about this.
I think if we're going to choose between the two...
Yeah, I wrote a column about this last week, exactly on that point. Ava, it's interesting. There has been a weird kind of move to celebrate being morbidly obese. And by that, I mean Cosmo putting people on the cover who are like, you know, 280 pounds and 5 foot tall, where they're clearly killing themselves through their enormous weight, and yet they are celebrated like this is body positive. It's not. Why are we doing this?
I mean, we did that for how many years? What, 20, 30 years before that? Heroin chic? That's
I agree, but that's the same.
You know?
Just as damaging.
No, but that's what it is for most women who are on those covers. You know, most women aren't naturally a size 6 to 8, which is what you need to be on the, you know, to be on the front page of a magazine. And actually, they are killing themselves in the same way that you argue that if people are larger, they're not healthy. Neither are the skinny girls.
I think they're both equally harmful. But on this Richard Curtis thing, I just read it. I love Richard Curtis. I think he's an absolute genius. And they're a lovely family. But I sort of groaned and went, if I listened to everything my kids told me, right, about what I should and shouldn't do on this programme, I mean, it would just be a total disaster, as I've told them.
It's cowardly. Because
not always, but sometimes.
We can't judge people now based on the standards of the past. We keep doing this with slavery, with you know, reparations, all of that. We keep saying, oh, they were so terrible and I don't laugh at fat people, therefore I'm better. Guess what? It's not news to fat people that they're fat, right?
Yes.
The fact that they're not people, you may not make jokes about them in your comedy, doesn't negate the fact that when they look in the mirror, they see a large person. Yeah. And to pretend like it's a beautiful thing, that Lizzo is so beautiful because she's attractive. If I told you look like Lizzo, you would punch me because that is not a compliment in any way, shape or form.
That is true. You would.
It's true. And you don't look like Lizzo. You're a healthy, beautiful, like, woman. So let's stop pretending. He may not want to make jokes about it anymore.
I wouldn't pass any comments about any of you in an aesthetic way because I would have to then march myself to human resources. Yeah. But it's lovely to see you all. Thank you very much indeed. Tommy, great to see you over there. It was great to do your show the other day as well. Brilliant show. Thoroughly enjoyed it. Thank you very much. And thanks for coming on again on Piers Morgan Uncensored. Thank you to the pack.